What's up, guys? How you doing? I am doing okay. Today has been a little bit of a mess for me. My back hurts quite a bit. I don't know. It's been hurting for a while. I'm just trying to get over it. I think I need to go to a chiropractor or doctor or something. That's just like physical problems. Everything else is completely fine. Today we're going to be talking about Haramain Amber Oud Gold. First, we can see the bottle. The bottle is the typical Haramain Amber Oud bottle, which is a metal plate in the front, a metal top, and then the back is all glass. It's very thick glass with a little bit of liquid in the middle. My favorite thing about it is the clicky top. It makes a very satisfying noise when you put it on and off. Now let's get into the scent. Off the top, this gives a nice citrusy, pineapple-y, bright note that is very pleasing, and then quickly followed by some green notes that are not off-putting at all. They're not medicine-y. It's not like you're getting a mouthful of grass, which a lot of scents tend to make me feel when I feel like that greenness. This is more like green spices in your cabinet, things that you use for cooking. Even though I'm thinking cilantro doesn't smell like this, I'm thinking like those greeny spices like rosemary, things like that, that smell very, very nice. That's the kind of vibe it's giving. Pineapple, citrus, green, and it's very pleasant. It's a very pleasant, bright scent. When I focus on it, there's a slight sweetness that's in there. It's not a super sweet note, it's just barely there. It's enough to make it not super green or super off-putting. It's just enough to add some interest to that smell. It's really good. I really like the scent at the beginning, and it's really nice. This scent is something that I think I would consider a freshie. It is very citrus forward. It is very bright. It is very colorful. It kind of lights the way, and I really like that bright note that it has. Let's talk about notes for a bit. So the top notes for this are bergamot and green notes. They're both very prominent in this. The middle notes are sweet notes, so it's supposed to be like candy, sugariness, but honestly, I don't think this is super sweet. Like, to me, the sweetness is subtle. It's like an undertone of sweetness. I don't think it's super sweet. Melon, which I don't get at all. Pineapple, which is very present, and amber, which is like warmth, but I think it's somewhat present, but I don't think it's like super present. The base notes for this are musk, vanilla, and woody notes. The woody notes are definitely there. The musk, I think, is just coming off as clean notes. And the vanilla, I think, is adding to that sweetness. Overall, I think this is painting a picture of a freshie that has personality, that has some depth to it, that has some additional notes that make it a little bit interesting. This is something that I think a lot of people would enjoy. I think this is a crowd pleaser, but I don't know if everybody would love the green notes in this, because I think a lot of people would consider the green notes to be a little bit medicine-y. I don't feel like they're medicine-y in this. I know a lot of scents that have green notes that come off as pure medicine. This one, on the other hand, I don't think comes off as pure medicine. I think it comes off more along the lines of, like I said, like spices. This is supposed to be a dupe of Xerjoff Erba Pura. I actually have that in a decant. I'm gonna spray it now. Boom, boom, boom. To me, these smell pretty different. Erba Pura, I think, has a little bit more green in it. I think it has what I'm perceiving as a hint of anise, and it comes off a little bit more medicine-y than Amber Oud Gold. It's also slightly less sweet than Amber Oud Gold. So it seems a little bit more sophisticated, a little bit more complex. This one seems a little bit more mass appealing versus Xerjoff Erba Pura. Amber Oud Gold seems more fresh, more pineapple, more crowd pleasing. Erba Pura seems more expensive, more sophisticated, more complicated, more layered. They serve different purposes. I get how Amber Oud Gold is an inspiration, but I wouldn't call it a straight up dupe. I just think it's inspired by. I would say, based on first sniff, based on comparison, I would say Amber Oud Gold is about 70% Erba Pura. I don't think it's super close. I think it's just like the same general area, not exactly the same family. That's my take on how close Erba Pura is to Amber Oud Gold. In terms of Amber Oud Gold online, Amber Oud Gold has a rating of 4.27 out of 5 with 3,579 votes. It is extremely popular and it has a high rating. So that tells me that people really like it. Let's see what they think about my review. In terms of positives, people liked it because it was fruity, it was tropical, it had a sweet scent, and it kind of reminded them of a tropical island. On dry down, this is becoming a lot less green. It's becoming a lot more fruity, a lot more sweet, and I agree with that. The green is kind of taking a back seat to the rest. People have mentioned how strong it is and how long it lasts, and that you don't need a lot to make it project this and last forever. People say that it's very unisex, that it can appeal to both sexes, that it's not very. I would agree with that. I don't think it's leaning any other way. It's just a freshie. In terms of negative, some say that it's extremely powerful, that if you overspray it, you're going to choke out a room. Some say that it's kind of synthetic, that there's a medicinal undertone to the scent. It has an anisey undertone, which I think comes out more on my skin than on my clothes. On my clothes, this came off as pineapple-y and tropical, but the moment that this touched my skin, the moment that this dried down on my skin, this came off a little bit more anisey, a little bit more medicine-y, a little bit more green. So it depends on how you spray this. Remember that scents kind of react to your body chemistry. And people have mentioned in multiple comments that there seems to be batch inconsistencies. Some perform a lot better than others. Right now, this is giving me a lot of fruitiness. This is giving me a lot of vanilla. This is kind of like dying down the greenness and becoming a more fruity centered scent. This is very unisex. This is very nice. I really like this a lot. But like I said, when I do it on skin, it is a lot more anisey. This is a lot more green on skin. Let me smell Erba Pura now that I've given it some time. Erba Pura is giving, does Erba Pura have rose in it? Erba Pura, does it have rose in it? Because I am smelling some rose. No. And this is giving me a note that I'm finding hard to pull out. And it's not orange and it's not like pineapple. It's nothing like that. I'm thinking it's a tropical fruit, but I can't pull it out. I thought it was like, I've been looking online to see the notes and I'm thinking it's maybe passion fruit, but no, it's not passion fruit. It doesn't say it has passion fruit. Maybe they didn't list it. It might be there. And I thought maybe it was rose mixed with something else, but no, apparently not. But there's a note in there, like a sweet tropical note that is definitely there. I'm definitely pulling it and it gives me very tropical vibes. I don't know what it is, but it's very pleasant. It's a very interesting note. It's the dominant note for me right now, but I can't really tell you what it is. To me, it's giving passion fruit, but it doesn't say that it has passion fruit in it. So that's like bewildering me right now. So that's my vibe check on Erba Pura after dry down. In terms of longevity and performance, Amber Oud Gold is a all-day scent. It'll last all day. It'll stay on your clothes for the entire duration of the day. It'll stay on your clothes until you wash it off. On your skin, it'll also stay all day. It projects throughout the room. This is a room takeover scent. I would suggest you do not overspray this. If you overspray this, you will regret it. You will take over a room and you will not be very liked by your friends and family. I would suggest you spray this sparingly. My opinion on this, I think this is a great scent. I like it. I still prefer Amber Oud Rouge. I think there's a second place to that in terms of how close it is to Erba Pura. I honestly don't think that it's that close. I think it's a good scent on its own, but I don't think it's a good dupe. Would I recommend it? Yes. For longevity, I would give it a 10. For performance in general, I would give it a 10. And then for scent, I would give it maybe an 8.5. I don't think it's one of my favorites. I think it's a great freshie, but I think I prefer other freshies more. No, I lied. I'll give this a 9. I wish the pineapple was a little bit more pronounced. After a while, the pineapple kind of muddies down and turns a little bit sweeter and doesn't stay bright. But I think that happens a lot with pineapple. I've noticed that pineapple doesn't stay super bright on anything. It just kind of muddies down. I don't know if that's a quality of the pineapple, I guess essential oil or whatever the hell they use. But the pineapple scent itself never stays like super bright throughout any scent that has pineapple in it. It's there. It smells good. I really like this one. But I would caution you from spraying it on your skin. At least my skin was not good. I think that's why I wouldn't give it a 10 out of 10, because when I sprayed this on skin, it came off very medicine-y. That's not my vibe. So I would give it 10 performance, 10 longevity, and 9 in terms of scent. This is a good buy. Haramain kind of rocks this. They're pretty good at what they do. If you're looking for a freshie that smells like pineapple, that smells a little bit tropical, this is a good scent. And this has a little bit of personality to back it up. This is a good scent. I like this. This is nice. If this is something you're looking for, if you're looking for something that's tropical-ish, tropical vibes with a side of sweet, this is very good. I would recommend it. Have you tried this out? Is this something you'd be interested in trying? Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and always remember to smell your best. See ya.